What is up, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? Welcome to this retro chill with Pete. Retro because if you notice, I'm back in the bedroom, but obviously not the bedroom I started doing these from. Let me explain if you're new to the channel. Chill with Pete was a series I used to film when I was too poorly to make any other videos, like painting videos, tutorials, how to whatever, that kind of. When I was too poorly to do any other type of video, to get out of the bedroom, to get to my hobby area, I was just too poorly. Kind of mess. It happens. Now, I find I'm going back to the bedroom, albeit here in my other house in Seaton, my new home. Well, I say new home. I've been here over a year, nearly a year and a half now. Nearly, almost coming up for it. Wow, where does the time go? I don't know. But anyway, point being, I've not been able to make my usual content lately. I've just not been able to get to my hobby room or my area, my studio, whatever I want to call it, my man cave. And the reason for that is, as some of you may know, we have a new dog. We've rescued into our family. He's amazing, but he does require a lot of attention, and he takes up a lot of my time, a lot of our time, and so naturally, I want to devote time to him while he's being initially trained and indoctrinated into the ways of my family life, etc. There's just more of a bit of an update on what's going on. So I'm back in the bedroom because at the moment we have a cat as well. You see, Lucian. He's looking at me right now, and following all the advice I've been given, about introducing dogs to cats, especially established cats, all the advice says separate them to begin with, give them their own safe space. Somewhere they can retreat, where they've got all their basic needs met. And well, at the moment, he's in our bedroom. He's got his bed. He's got a scratching post. He's got toys. He's got a litter box, food, water, everything he wants, right? Except attention. So I thought, well, I'll do this little update in the bedroom with my cat. And the reason I'm filming this on the iPad so that I don't have to sync up any audio with it, and the reason for that is if my dog starts barking, it's just easier if I to cut different clips together if I don't have to first sync the audio. Just another step. But anyway, so you can see behind me a couple of role-playing things. One Call of Cthulhu related, one Vampire the Masquerade related. That's Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, by the way, which I started reading, and it's intrigued. I'm intrigued by it. The new the way they it looks like, tell me if I'm wrong, but the generalistic idea with that is it's dice pool based, and you set a difficulty for doing a task. Say, I don't know, hacking into a computer system. You set a difficulty of 4. Just randomly putting it out of the air. Now, in the old role-playing systems, you'd have had, I don't know, computer skill or something like that, or hacking or something, and you'd have had a dice pool, like you'd have had say 3 or 4 dots in that. So say you had 3 dots in computers, that enabled you to roll 3 dice, having to roll 4 plus, and there's your successes. But now you don't do that necessarily. I think all 6s count as a success. Now I'd have to look at the book again. It's been a few weeks since I was able to read it because of life. But you basically just tally up the number of dice in your dice pool, and that's you know, you've got to roll that many dice, and your success, you have to roll a 6 or more on that dice pool. So, yeah, it's just slightly different. I think it's probably a better way of doing it. I appreciate that might not be exact, but it's probably a better way of doing it. Anyway, I forgot to say at the start. Oh, excuse me. Coffee. It's a coffee break catch-up series. This, I mean, it is an update, but it is also a coffee break. So for me, I've got my coffee right here. And you may hear seagulls or things from outside, again, because of the, you know, it's filming on an iPad, so you're probably going to get all sorts of sounds coming in. That's okay. But coffee here. Let's put it down there. I'm using my little breakfast table that I used to use to film my old chilled pizza on. And I even used this table to demonstrate, I think, on a video about who goes first in Warhammer, how it works, rolling dice and it. But anyway. Sorry, nature of the condition, I'm afraid. I'm up at 5, well, I'm up at 5:15, sometimes earlier, every day, actually. If I had a snooze, it could go on till 5:30, but as soon as my dog's awake, that's it. He's awake. He ain't laying in for no one, and he don't do snoozes. Once he's awake, that's it for the day. So out every day. It's a big, massive life change. So it does mean going to bed earlier. Otherwise, I'd never make it. You know. It also means when I log in for work, it means I'm logging in earlier now. So I mean, that's not such a bad thing. I mean, yeah, I can use it to go earlier sometimes. At the moment, I'm just kind of splitting it between using some of it for overtime and some for going early, like what they call flexi time. Extending my lunch break, because that was reduced after the latest pay talks. The deal was reducing lunch breaks and going home earlier on a Friday. So, you know, it's just one of those things. But I'm using the flexi to kind of accrue my time back that way. Anyway, so yeah, so I haven't been able to do a lot of hobby stuff. Certainly haven't been able to do any painting, much to my sadness, because I am seriously missing painting. But I think it won't be long. I don't think it'll be long before my dog is at a stage where he can be trained a few drills during the day, tired out a little bit, walked and all the rest of it. And for him to then kind of take a nap, and if I can grab some hobby time in that, then awesome, I will do it. But at the moment, I don't know. You know, it's just one of those things. But at the moment, the closest I can come to hobby is reading in bed, mostly, or whenever. And my latest acquisition is actually this, Midnight Circus. It's a World of Darkness sourcebook. Absolutely brilliant. See the cover there? Absolutely brilliant. It's amazing. Think of Carnival Circus, creepy, all the sort of creatures you get from the World of Darkness and more. And it goes around and it feasts on souls and different things, and once it gets you, you can't escape it and that kind of thing. And it just travels around the circus. Very powerful because there's so many of them in the circus, and anybody who tries to escape gets hunted down. It's incredible. There's a whole, like I would say, an infinite possibility of games you could play from it, and you could use the circus itself as the sandbox area, and it doesn't matter where it goes, in your layout, it doesn't matter, but it would contain all the things that's in here wherever you go, and it's got all the people, all the staff, all the freak shows, and the rides, and all this is that's like vampires, werewolves, mages, changelings, creatures of fey. There's all sorts in the Midnight Circus store. I'm pretty blown away by it, because although it's like, I don't know, this has got to be like a second edition source book, but you can adapt it for any edition. Super easy to adapt, to be adaptable to a 5th edition. So simple. There's some really good guidelines in there for just adapting it, changing it, ripping it apart, using what you want, chucking away what you don't want. You don't have to use it the way it is intended. The ringmaster doesn't have to be what it says he is. He could be a wraith, he could be a demon, he could be a werewolf, he could be a vampire, he could be anything. And so I'm highly impressed by that source book. One of the best source books for World of Darkness I have read thus far. Yeah, I'm putting that there. In fact, I'm going so far as to say it is the best source book I've read for any World of Darkness game I've come across yet. So, and you can use it for vampire, werewolf, whatever. Doesn't matter. Combination. It recommends a combination because you need allies to survive the Midnight Circus. You're not going to do it as a pack of vampires, or a group of vampires, or a group of werewolves, or anything else. You need all the skills and abilities of everyone involved, because of all the adversaries, challenges that await you in the circus and the carnival itself. So, there's fortune tellers, witches, pretty incredible stuff, right? So yeah, so that's that's my thing there. Oh yeah, nice cup of coffee. I usually make these last until my cup of coffee. Oh, I've also got my old phone set up as pet monitors, cameras at the moment downstairs, so I can keep an eye on my buddy, make sure he's okay, and it notifies me if he moves or makes a noise or anything. So really, really cool. The cat, Lucian, yeah, I'd say he's annoyed at being shut in this room. I don't know how long it's going to go on for, but it can take a while before you're ready to meet face to face and that sort of thing. It can take a while. I think it'll be worth it in the long run, as opposed to it's so easy for them to become mortal enemies from the off. I don't want that. I know you can't force animals to like each other, but I think you can train them to tolerate each other, and that's what I'm going to work towards. So if they only need to tolerate each other, that's it, that's all. And then, he can have the freedom of his house again, and perhaps they can even go outside together, long way down the line yet, but, I'm ever hopeful for that. Weather-wise, I've got to say, this year, I am super disappointed with the summer. I think it's been the crappiest summer I've known for a very long time. I'm really disappointed with it. Boo. They talk about, don't get exposed from the sun too much, blah, blah, blah. There's not much chance of that. You don't get enough of it here at the minute. Yeah. Today has been quite a nice day, however, and I think we've got a couple of nice days ahead of us, so looking forward to that. We've got another week to work, and then we've got a week off. And first day of our week off, we are getting a dog guard fitted to the back of our car, because we've got a bigger car now. Nice. And once that's done, we're going places. You can hire out fields, especially set up, especially all enclosed so the dogs can't escape. Big fields, massive fields, there's loads of them around here. You can hire them by the hour. Not that dear. You can let your dogs just run, run their asses off, basically. A whole wealth of smells and, excitement. There's just places like that, and I want to go to Blackberry Camp with him when he's a bit more trained as well, a bit more well-mannered. So Oh, he's going to have such a great time. The adventures I want to go on with my new buddy are, there's a long list of them. A long list of them, but that's a long way into the future yet, I know, but it is going to happen. He is only a youngster, he's only 16 months old, so he's got a lot of learning to do. A lot of learning. He had zero training when we got him, none at all. He wasn't house trained, he didn't know anything at all. He, you know, we've had him, what, 2 weeks? Yeah, we've had him 2 weeks. He is now house trained. You know, he'll sit on command. He stops on command. He's almost coming to heel now. Admittedly, just up and down the path outside the front. When he gets further afield, he gets more excited. But you know, it's a work in progress, and it is making progress. We've just started work on the leave it commands, and he's doing really well at that. So, you know, teaching him to ignore things, basically, to leave well alone, whether it's a cat, you know, a child, an elderly person, whatever it may be, another dog, to just be calm and to leave it. And he's doing so well. I mean, it's difficult. The trainer pointed it out last time because, yeah, I've hired a trainer to come and give some one-on-one training sessions with him. You know, I booked a whole block of them, and I'm going to get whatever it takes to get him sorted, basically. He's had such an awful life start in his life, so I thought, well, you know, I'm going to give him a good life here, and the best way I can do that is to have him trained, you know, to be obedient, to have good manners, and to be able to socialize, basically. So yeah, looking forward to the future there. I mean, cats, you can train cats apparently, but they just don't like being trained. It's harder. Not that I would want to train our cat, because he's good as gold anyway. As long as you can get him back, he's quite easy. You know, you just rattle some dreamies, or you know, get some food out, and he's there. He's at your side, meowing and slinking in and out your legs. But yeah, so he gets a bit pissed off being stuck in one room. Although he's got the run of the upstairs, and we've got latches on the door so they open only a little bit, so that he could get in. The dog wouldn't be able to if the dog escaped and chased him, say. So the dog would not be able to get into two of the rooms we've sorted here, so he can. Obviously, when the dog is out and running around downstairs, he's not the way he's asleep. Then we shut him in here, and he gets really pissed off about that, but he gets over it, you know. He gets over it, and he seems fine, you know, most of the time. He seems fine. Certainly not put off his food. And yeah, in fact, I'd say he seems more loving towards me, you know, lately, which is shocking because, you know, I'm not his favourite, to be truthful, but yeah, it's nice, you know, it's nice. Sandy is still Sandy. I fed him today. He's looking awfully thin lately, though, so I want to try and see if I can sort that out. Yeah, feed him some more, perhaps, but yeah, sort that out. But yeah, we're doing really well. Nearly halfway through. Once you start drinking a cup of coffee, isn't it? It gets really, really cool quickly. And it's just funny, you know, doing this chill. This is just how it used to be, just chilling out on the bed. I suppose they evolved more into sort of a hobby update. More or less a weekly update, what has gone on in a week. But so much has happened here. And as I was going to say earlier, it's only something that the trainer pointed out to us the other day. He said, you probably don't feel like you're making any progress with, you know, I won't say his name yet, because, you know, I just don't want to jinx things, but he said you may not feel like you're making any progress with the dog, but when you think back on it, think about what he was like when you first got him to how he is now today. I think you can agree, quite a different dog. And absolutely When we first got him, he was a trembling wreck. Couldn't do anything, you know, he was just trembling all the time, scared of, you know, the wind. Now he's got quite a bit of confidence. He's got some, you know, pep in his step now. I think he's starting to bond with us now, which is nice. He's getting used to. It's only week 2, don't forget, and yeah. So looking forward to how he progresses. You know, in week 3, and you know, what's he going to be like 3 months' time and 6 months' time? You know, a year from now. You know, it's going to be incredible. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. When the time is right, I'll do some videos of our adventures together, because there's a lot of adventures I want to take him on, especially around Seaton, around here. But, you know, go through all my childhood haunts and where I began life and all that kind of stuff with him. Show him all the places I remember and love. And yeah, we're just going to have a good time. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. You know, so he travelled a long way to get here. So I need to invest some time into him. At the same time, we do have to look after ourselves as well, which is why it's important to take some time out like now. And to make sure you get enough sleep. You've got to look after yourself in these situations, because when you get a dog, especially a young dog, and you're not used to that, or it's been a while, it kind of turns your life upside down a bit. It takes a while to get used to it again, and then to gradually change over time into how it will naturally evolve. Do you know what I mean? So it's a good journey. I am sorry there's no other type of hobby videos at the moment, but I can do these types of videos at least. I know it's only me yapping on about stuff or talking about a book, and I do, you know, I'm intending on doing, you know, some overviews of the books, and we'll look through them on other videos when the time is right. That's not our dog. My phone is underneath the iPad. It's just tilting it slightly, so I can't check on him at the moment. I'll do that. So just going to change the camera angle. Oh, there we go. Not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. So I'm just looking to see how he's doing. Oh, all is quiet on the Western Front, it would seem. Yeah. Yeah, he's all quiet. He's all good. All right, guys. I'm going to end it there. Let's have the last mouthful. I'll glug that a bit messy, that one. Always end it when the coffee's done or the drink's done. That's me. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. It's been a pleasure doing this video. There'll be more updates to come, but when I can't always do them, and they won't be as frequent for a while, and then I'll gradually get back into the swing of it again, and boom, we'll be running on all systems go. Right, thanks ever so much. Remember, all brushes lead to water. I will see you guys on another video, and bye for now. Bye bye.